Yeah, and this morning still a little windy outside. We saw a lot of those cameras and even here in Des Moines moving, but definitely calmer is the word
Yeah,
today.
not that windy, that's for sure. That was a more than a 60-mile-per-hour gust they reported in Cedar Rapids yesterday. Rainfall as far as yesterday, closer to home in the metro and surrounding areas, close around ½ an inch. So it was definitely a good amount, but we still definitely need more. And some spots almost triple that, like in Ames, close around 1.5 inches. We'll be zooming things out, seeing just exactly what the entire state saw. And now, depending on where you're at, you're of course seeing different amounts, but especially underneath those thunderstorms. And this is what the airports are reporting. Now, for instance, what I'm talking about is Fort Dodge Airport reported about 0.37, but we're getting reports about 1 up to 2 inches of rainfall in actual Fort Dodge. So that's where it can be a little bit more as far as the rainfall underneath those thunderstorms. Wherever they do decide to track over, you're going to be looking at more of those overall rainfall totals. As far as today, not a lot of rain to talk about. Even as of right now, this area of low pressure pushing off to the north and northeast over to the Great Lakes. We're going to be looking at just going to be mostly cloudy skies. That rain chance is really pushing further off to the east. Not going to see a lot more of that throughout the day. As far as the cloud cover, that's something we will see. We're going to see that throughout the morning. As we extend into the afternoon, we are going to clear things up later on today. Now let's talk about what is expected for tonight. More of those rain chances are going to be moving back in, especially around 4 a.m. and going through the rest of the morning. So your morning drive most likely is going to be wet. Further to the south, a little bit heavier rain, more of the thunderstorm activity as well, closer to the Iowa-Missouri border. However, as we go through the remainder of the morning, this is 8 o'clock and beyond, rain chances really start to taper off. We're going to be drying things out. The northwest winds are back in place, and we're going to be cooling down and also drying out for the rest of the week. As far as how much rain to expect, we're going to be looking at close to around 1/4 inch and less here in the central portion of the state along I-80, but further to the northwest and to the south, models are in agreement that we're going to see a little bit more, closer to around that ½ inch, and give or take some. As far as the rainfall totals, again, that's going to be for by tomorrow morning, into the morning, into the afternoon. As far as for today, we are drying things out, clearing for the afternoon. Windy day today, 15 to 25-mile-per-hour winds, gusts will be around 40 miles per hour. And then after this week, we're going to get into the weekend, highs back into the mid and upper 50s, mostly sunny skies, and then warming things up as we start off next week.